The 4 pillars will make sure that you're developing this, and it will bring your awareness that your skills will be altered slightly each day. Therefore, when you're performing a task that you are consistently doing, you shouldn't be beating yourself up. Hi, I'm Wilson, and everything in this channel is dedicated to getting you into the flow state. I know that sounds pretty cheesy, but it's true. What I want to explain and talk about today stems from what I've spoke about in previous video about the skill challenge ratio. This dance between nervous systems, this dance between anxiety and boredom holds the key to getting you into the flow state on a more consistent basis. Okay, now this was sort of brought to life by Mihai, and he uses anxiety and boredom as that sort of sense of attunement to specific tasks that you have. Too much anxiety will pull you out, too much boredom, I can't be bothered doing it. Now how I like to do it is very kinesthetic, and what I mean by that is I want you to tune into yourself, and the tuning mechanisms is sympathetic nervous system and parasympathetic nervous system. Sympathetic, fight or flight; parasympathetic, rest and digest. Now the key is that inside flow there is this dance between those two aspects. It's like the situation pulls you into a more sympathetic situation, however the parasympathetic nervous system saying calm down, relax. Now that push and pull has a gradual progression. Now they say it's a 4% progression for that. How I like to express it, because of my background, and I think it's an easier way to get a sense of what it is. Let's say we use what's called rate of perceived exertion. 1 is easy, 10 is difficult. Flow sits in a 7. Okay, so if you get a sense that anxiety, boredom to a specific task, it wants to feel like a 7. 10 would be too much in anxiety, 1 would be too much in boredom, or 10 sympathetic, 1 parasympathetic. Now what I wanted to explain, that you've seen other videos of me talking about this, right? This is really quite important. But what I want you to understand today is what affects this guy. What affects your skills, okay? And when you wake up in certain mornings, in fact, every morning you wake up, things are slightly different. So if things are slightly different, your skills, the way for you to express your skills will be slightly different as well. So performing the same task today will be slightly different as it will be tomorrow. So hence this understanding here should begin to eliminate frustration, because when you wake up, your body and mind is slightly different each day. Therefore, you have to work with it slightly differently. You have to wake up slightly differently each day. You have to tune your instrument for expressing flow slightly different each day. So an easy way for understanding it, I say easy, it is easy, however it's quite in depth. I'm going to dive in, not too much though. So what affects your skills? I like to call it the 4 pillars affect the skills: physical, mental, emotional and material. So physical, say you've got an injury or you've eaten something bad and it's giving you a sore stomach, that's going to affect your performance of the day, right? Mental, maybe you have been working on a business project excessively the night before and you feel mentally drained because you weren't in your flow with your mentality. Therefore, that will affect your skills. Emotionally, maybe you had a fallout with your girlfriend or your wife or your husband or your dog, and you're emotionally drained from that or upset from that. That'll affect here. Materially, material balance is so important but overlooked by so many people, and I'm going to do a video on that soon, because if you can't pay your bills for your house, it's going to affect all of these, right? It's also going to affect this. If you can't buy the correct nutritious food to feed these aspects, it's going to have an effect in this. These four are critical for building a foundation for you to be in flow on a consistent basis. These four will affect your skill levels, okay? So what I'm suggesting that you do today, right, is physical aspects. How could you train that using this? So let's say physical, we'll use exercise as a prime example. Let's say each day when you wake up, you're going to do some sort of exercise, but if you do it in that 7 pocket, it's going to just sort of like progress you forwards in a more harmonious development. 7 is still a growth, okay? Mental, what can you do to train yourself, maybe learn something new? Again, don't feel overwhelmed or stressed so you'll get into that anxiety state. Don't learn something that you don't want to learn because you'll be bored with it. Find something that interests you and you can find your flow with training that aspect. The same with the emotions. The same with the material. All these aspects need to be somehow developed consistently to allow you to develop this and allow you to develop that. So this graph here, right, as messy as it may look, when you take it and you use it in the magnifying glass into these areas, this will make this more sustainable, consistent, okay? So, in short, the 4 pillars will make sure that you're developing this, and it will bring your awareness that your skills will be altered slightly each day. Therefore, when you're performing a task that you are consistently doing, you shouldn't be beating yourself up. If I did it so much better yesterday, but today I'm not expressing it the same. So I hope this will freeze you up and allows you to be able to express flow on a more consistent basis, on a more daily basis, and enjoy life a little bit more where you're not self-harming yourself because I can't get into flow the same way as I did yesterday. Alright, I hope this video helped you. I'm sure it did. If you found it useful, which I hope you did, hit the like button and I'll see you in another video soon. Ciao for now.